Have you ever wondered what would happen if your pampered pet was suddenly thrown into the harsh, unforgiving wilderness? What instincts would take over? Today, we're diving into one of the greatest adventure stories ever told, Jack London as the Call of the Wild. It's a tale that explores the raw, primal forces of nature and the powerful bond between man and beast. Our story begins with Buck, a magnificent St. Bernard Scotch Shepherd mix. He's not just a dog. He's the king of his domain, living a life of luxury on Judge Miller's sunny California estate. He roams the grounds, plays with the judge's grandchildren, and enjoys the easy comfort of a civilized world. For Buck, life is perfect. He trusts humans, knows nothing of hardship, and has no idea that his world is about to be turned completely upside down. But the year is 1897, and thousands of miles away, the Klondike Gold Rush is in full swing. Men are flocking to the frozen north, desperate to strike it rich. And these men need strong dogs, dogs that can haul heavy sleds through brutal snow and ice. Suddenly, big, powerful dogs like Buck become a valuable commodity. One fateful night, a treacherous gardener named Manuel, deep in gambling debt, sees an opportunity. He lures Buck away from the estate, sells him, and just like that, Buck's comfortable life is over. He's thrown into a crate, shipped north, and meets his first brutal lesson of this new world, the law of club and fang. A man in a red sweater beats him into submission, not out of pure cruelty, but to teach him that a man with a club is a master to be obeyed. It's a shocking, painful awakening for Buck. He learns that his old life of trust and kindness is gone. Here, in the wild, force is the only language that matters. Buck is sold again, this time to two French-Canadian dispatchers named Francois and Perrault. They are fair but firm masters who are transporting mail for the Canadian government. Buck joins their sled team, a pack of seasoned, hound dogs. He quickly has to adapt or perish. He learns to steal food to survive, to burrow under the snow to stay warm at night, and most importantly, how to pull a sled. The lead dog of the team is Spitz, a cunning and vicious white husky. From the moment they meet, there's a rivalry. Spitz is the established leader, a bully who rules through fear. But Buck possesses a natural leadership quality and a superior intelligence that Spitz sees as a threat. The tension between them grows with every mile. They clash multiple times, but the final, epic confrontation happens during a chase after a snowshoe rabbit. It's a brutal, life-or-death struggle. In the end, Buck's cleverness and sheer will to win allow him to defeat Spitz. With Spitz gone, Buck naturally assumes the role of lead dog, and under his leadership, the team performs better than ever before. After their mail run is complete, Francois and Perrault sell the team. Buck's new owners are a trio of inexperienced gold seekers from the American South, a man named Hal, his sister Mercedes, and her husband Charles. They are completely out of their element. They overload the sled, mismanage their food supplies, and have no understanding of how to handle the dogs or survive in the Yukon. Their journey is a disaster from the start. They overwork and starve the dogs, and their incompetence leads to chaos and suffering. As they near the White River in the spring, the ice is beginning to melt. A kind and experienced outdoorsman named John Thornton warns them not to cross, telling them the ice is too thin. But Hal, arrogant and ignorant, refuses to listen. He beats the exhausted and emaciated dogs, trying to force them onto the dangerous ice. Buck, sensing the danger and having reached his breaking point, refuses to move. Enraged, Hal beats him mercilessly. Just as Hal is about to deliver a final, Fatal blow, John Thornton intervenes. He shoves Hal away and cuts Buck free from his harness. Defeated and furious, Hal, Charles, and Mercedes press on with the remaining dogs. A short distance later, Thornton's warning proves true. The ice gives way, and the entire sled team, along with their foolish owners, disappears into the freezing water, never to be seen again. For the first time since his capture, Buck experiences true love and devotion. John Thornton nurses him back to health, and a profound bond forms between them. Buck adores Thornton with a fierce loyalty he has never felt for any other human. He saves Thornton from drowning in a raging river and defends him against a malicious man in a bar. In one incredible feat of strength, born entirely out of his love for Thornton, Buck wins a bet for him by pulling a sled loaded with 1,000 pounds of flour for 100 yards. With the winnings, Thornton and his partners are able to pay off their debts and set out to find a legendary lost gold mine deep in the wilderness. They travel to a remote and touched valley, far from any civilization. Here, living in the pristine wild with Thornton, Buck feels a strange and powerful pull. He begins to hear a call from deep within the forest, a call of his ancestors. He starts spending more and more time away from the camp, running with a wild wolf pack, hunting and embracing his primal instincts. The call of the wild is growing stronger every day. Yet, his deep love for John Thornton always brings him back to the campfire. He is torn between two worlds, the world of man and love, and the world of the wild and instinct. One day, while returning from a long hunt, Buck senses that something is terribly wrong. He arrives at the camp to find a scene of devastation. A group of Yehat Indians has attacked and killed everyone, including his beloved John Thornton. Overcome with grief and rage, Buck transforms into a creature of pure, primal fury. He attacks the Yehats, a fiery-eyed devil that they have never encountered. He drives them from the valley, and they will forever tell stories of the ghost dog that haunts the woods. With Thornton gone, Buck's last tie to humanity is severed. The call is now irresistible. He mourns his master one last time and then answers it fully. He joins the wolf pack, not as a follower, but as a leader, proving his dominance in a fierce fight. Years pass. Buck becomes a legend in the valley. The Yehats speak of a ghost dog that leads the wolf pack, and every year, on the anniversary of Thornton's death, a magnificent wolf-like creature returns to the abandoned campsite. He sits for a moment, howls once a long, sorrowful sound and then melts back into the forest, rejoining his wild brothers, forever answering the call of the wild. Buck's journey from a pampered pet to a legendary wild beast is a timeless story about resilience, adaptation, and the untamable spirit that lies within us all. It reminds us that beneath the surface of civilization, the wild is always waiting. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more deep dives into classic literature. See you next time.